Alright, so live number 2. Welcome to the party. We're going to be doing an unboxing series of the Siboor Voron V0.1 kit. Kind of heard some mixed reviews on it, but it's the right price. It comes with all the 3D printed parts, so I figured why not give it a shot. Welcome to everybody that's joining in. I'm just going to reiterate, we're doing a Siboor Voron V01 unboxing, and so just kind of let you know, this is the printer in the box. Like how it's afraid of water. It's kind of interesting. Kind of what we're expecting to see here once it's all assembled. And this is a kit build. So just all boxes front sides. And let's get to cutting. Do that off camera so we don't get any kind of trouble. Yes, it is a 3D printer kit. It is the Voron V01. They do have the Voron V02 available. I ordered it on AliExpress for about $3.23 to ship to the door. It is a simple do-it-yourself kit. The V2 is or V02 is a little bit more expensive, about $100 more. If you're interested. So here's the first layer. It's got the accessory hardware kit, the power cable, buttons, and in this little case, from what I've previously watched, it should be the hot end for the 3D printer. And it is. Just all nicely put in there waiting to be assembled. Looks like we got a couple different parts. We got the nozzles and a throat tube, but we do have a bimetal one in the case with a total of 3 nozzles and a silicon sock for it. Put that all back together. And that's all the first layer. Second layer looks like the 3D printed parts, which a lot of the kits out there do not come with the printed parts, and that was the main selling point for this kit. I'm not going to fault Siboor for any potential damaged parts, just because I have a couple kids that like to sit on empty boxes, and this has been sitting around for a few days. So here is all the printed parts, or at least the first layer of printed parts. Everything looks good so far. We'll save it for a later video to do deeper dive into them. But good layer lines. I don't know if we can tell in the video. Nothing seems broken or anything. So on to the next layer. Looks like we got the V01 top hat and accessory parts for like the skirt. I believe these are the little mounting points to go onto the aluminum extrusion to screw everything together. Wiring diagram with everything, or with the instructions on how to wire everything up, which looks exciting to eventually get into that. Next layer, a little bit heavier layer. One piece, bring this one out one at a time. We got the main board. This is the from what I was reading, the Mellow Fly Gemini V3.0. It's got the steppers already installed on it. And then it does come with a variable temperature soldering iron for doing heat set inserts. That'd be fun and can never have too many soldering irons. Screwdriver and hardware kit. Looks like the USB controller, some wires, and some stuff to crimp. I believe this is the cable to be able to go to the hot end. Looks like we will have to do some wiring on that part. Some more miscellaneous hardware for cables, belts, and cable wrap for to make it everything. I am doing good so far. Oh, here is it's a PCB hotbed for the 3D printer. It is 24 volt, 100. I think it says 150 watts. It is not to spec to the Voron from what I've read, because one that calls for a 6mm thick bed and also a silicon heat bed versus the PCB. It's kind of where they kind of saved some money at. The magnet flex plate, just all rubbery kind, so that this part will eventually be getting upgraded down the road. Heater cartridge and the thermometer or thermostat for it for the hot end. Got our X and Y stepper motor, or for Core XY, it's more of the A and B type stepper motor. So they are branded AFDE. So it's just a random, no name, kind of getting to save money for the kit. It's only $350 for it. Nothing crazy. And then the extruder stepper motor, which just a little pancake one. And another no name, I can't make out the little logo. Yeah. Then we got our pulleys and our lead screw, which is a captured lead screw into the stepper motor. And it's branded with a mocatech.cn, lot number 2022-1128. So that's it for that layer. Just gonna get it all packaged back up. And we'll go on down to the next layer. I don't know if I'll actually get to do any assembling. I don't know if I'll do a live for that. And you can go right here. Hey, how's it going? And we are second to bottom layer. We have our aluminum extrusion. This is a black and red kit, and this looks black, but almost kind of looks like a brown color underneath this lighting. So, but hey, we'll roll with it. We got our itty bitty linear rails. Got a handful of those because quite a bit to assemble here. And then we have our power supply, and it is a Meanwell branded power supply, so we're good there. That's one spot where they didn't skimp out unless they found someone to steal their logo branding and everything to pass off as a fake. But I won't know. I probably won't ever be able to tell the difference, to be honest. And we are at the bottom layer. So we have some 3M tape, double-sided sticky tape, zip ties, cable chain, and a PTFT tube. Probably upgrade this to an actual Capricorn PTFT tube, get a little bit higher, better branding. My plan with this whole build is something cheap, and I can upgrade down the road, with new hot end, new build plates, fancy lightings. Just have fun with it. We have some side paneling, which is nice about this kit is it also comes with everything to do the side paneling, top plates and stuff. This is my first Voron build that I'm going to be doing, so I'm going to be figuring that all out as we go. So yeah. Let's see if we can't get it all packaged back together to eventually move it back out to my desk and actually start assembling it there, or more workbench area. Hope everybody's having a good night so far. Yeah. So yeah, they packaged everything up real good. Didn't have anything broken or missing, which was partially expecting, but that would have been more from kids playing on the box than anything. But can't blame them too much because they're excited about things just as much as I am. Really impressed with the quality of the extrusion on this. From what or the 3D printing, from what I've previously watched and stuff on this kit, could be hit or miss. Does look like I got some blobbing on some pieces, but that's easy to fix just with the little sharp knife. Good quality. Not for sure what filament they used to print everything up in. The specs call for ABS, which is what a lot of printers are printed in to, but also ABS is pretty common in most electronics, cars, and stuff like that. It's a Voron V0.1. It's a kit, and I'm just going through the box, seeing, make sure everything's there, and making sure everything is in acceptable condition to start the build. Probably start building it tomorrow night. Not for sure, but just wanted to go through printed parts. Hope you can kind of see some of that detail there. Granted, I am just sitting here on my iPad in my living room. Not for sure what that part was for, but we'll be figuring it out. Yeah, the top layer. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it in the sliding and stuff. Not perfect, but definitely acceptable and way better than I could do on my current printer for ABS. I have had very little luck with ABS printing. And that's what I'm hoping this kit will allow me to do better going forward, is get some ABS ports printed out for Enraged Rabbit Carrot Feeder, which is a multi-material um, unit for any printers running Clipper or RepRap firmware. I think they are working on it to work on Marlin, but I haven't really used Marlin in a little bit. Was really impressed with these printed parts. So yeah, it's kind of don't want to force that out of there. Don't even know what you mean by the question. I'm not going to answer it. Kind of getting towards the end of this live. It was going to kind of be a short one. Just kind of wanted to go through this stuff here and see what we all have. But I'm, like I said, this is one spot where I can kind of show you something interesting that they did. A lot of, like, starting to go to sleep. A lot of people who print these out often, well, this might be to spec for this, but I've seen it where here on the Voron logo, they leave it kind of free to be able to put some LED backlights, but kind of looking at it here, it's actually how it's supposed to be. And that those lines there that you can probably barely make out, it's just from not having any supports there for the 3D print parts. Got some small pieces we want to make sure we don't lose. Wonder if this is a placeholder for the ADXL motion capture thing. But I think I'm going to call it a night, guys, because my foot is starting to go to sleep. Thanks for all those that joined, and stay tuned for, oh, here's a little Wi-Fi card for the printer. Kind of trying to figure out what this little thing was. But stay tuned for the channel for some future videos of putting it together. Guys, have a good night.